Morning, everybody. Hope everybody is well this Wednesday morning. I'm coming at you from the other side of my kitchen table this morning because the sun is shining so brightly out there that you actually can't see my face on the screen from the other side of the table. So gorgeous morning out there. Just been for a walk around the woods up in Haywood. Beautiful spring morning. The birds are in full voice, but it's absolutely freezing out there still. More than half of the lake up in Haywood Gardens is still completely frozen. So still a bit of thawing to happen, but it's gorgeous out there, really lovely, just very, very cold, so wrap up well if you're going out. So this morning I thought I would jump on and talk about moisturisers for the face this morning, because I do a couple of different ones, and people are often curious as to maybe which one would be best for them. So I'll talk about the ones that I do, and hopefully that will help you make a decision. So I do two face moisturisers for the ladies, although really anybody can use any of them. We have Aging Gracefully. Hold on, I can never get this right. So that's beautiful. That's the first one, beautiful. And the second one is Aging Gracefully. So the very first moisturiser I made was this one, beautiful. Comes in a little glass jar. And I made it for my daughter, who at the time was about 5 or 6. And she wanted her own face cream because she'd been watching me, I suppose, for years, putting on mine in the morning, and she wanted her own. And I was using one by Lush for her face, but I figured I could do something myself that would be just as good, if not better. And so this came about. So Beautiful has a base of cocoa butter and almond oil. That is it. That's all that's in it. And then the essential oils that I add to the cocoa butter and almond oil are lavender, chamomile, and rose. So super, super gentle blend. Chamomile and lavender would be two of the most gentle essential oils. Really good to use for children too. So this is a one that you can use on your kids' skin. And rose is just so gorgeous, really gorgeous, and really good for the skin as well. So this is the moisturizer to use if you have sensitive skin, if you suffer with allergies on your skin. This helps to calm it down. If you find that it's very hard to get a moisturizer that doesn't aggravate your skin, then this is the one to try. It's really, really gentle, a really easy blend that will moisturize your skin. The cocoa butter is very moisturizing, the almond oil too, but just a really gentle one. So for anybody who suffers with very sensitive skin on their face, finds it very hard to wear a moisturizer or find one that works for them, then this is the moisturizer to try out for you. As I said, really good to use on children's skin as well because it's very, very gentle. So that's the first one. What I would say about this, I don't use any water in any of my products. I don't use thinners, or, I don't mix my creams so that they're really thin and light. And, most people, when they would buy a moisturizer, when they open the pot, they expect it to come out really light and loose. And that's not like that. That's quite a solid, I would say a semi-solid cream. So when you open it, you'll find it quite hard. You won't see that from there, but it's a semi-solid cream. Sorry, the light is just impossible to see it. So what you do is just scoop out a tiny bit with your finger. A little goes an awful long way because they haven't been thinned out. They're very concentrated, so you don't need a lot. So just scoop out a tiny bit on the tip of your finger, rub it between your hands, and then put it on your face. So when it comes, if you find that it's quite solid in the pot, it's meant to be like that, don't worry. But you'll often find with a lot of my products, because I don't use water or I don't use thinners in them, in the colder weather they will be harder, and then in the warmer weather they tend to thin out a bit. Perfectly natural. That's what happens when you use natural oils and butters. So that's naturally beautiful. Sensitive skin, this is the one for you. And the second one that I have, which is the one that I use myself, it's the one probably that I made for me too, just because I love the blend that's in it. This one is Aging Gracefully. The base of this one is shea butter. There's also almond oil, and there's some jojoba oil in there as well. And the blend of essential oils that go into this one is frankincense, rose geranium, and neroli. Three of my absolute favorite essential oils. Frankincense is probably top of my list. Hi Anne, morning. Hi, Violet. So yeah, frankincense, one of my absolute favorite essential oils. Frankincense it's not an oil, it comes from a resin. So basically where it comes from is there's a tree that grows in North Africa, and also along some of the Arab countries as well, frankincense tree. And thousands of years ago, if the bark of the tree got damaged, it would weep. And they used to call them tears, frankincense tears, because what would weep out of the bark would be resin, and it would weep really, really slowly, so it would form like little tears as it ran down the bark of the tree. And that was where they first discovered frankincense, thousands and thousands of years ago. It's one of the very first oils that's been mentioned in any written history going back thousands of years. It's been around that long. So that's how they first discovered it, and they discovered that it was a really good calming, grounding oil. They used to burn it on altars when they would be, praising the gods, and they used to burn it in churches. And then they discovered that it was really good for the skin. But one of the things that made it really great to use was that it was very good to calm down a person who was very stressed or very strung out, or it has the ability to slow down your breathing. So it literally, when you inhale frankincense and you take the time and you slow your breath, it actually helps to slow down your breathing. So it's an incredible oil. Obviously now when they're producing or trying to harvest frankincense, they're not waiting around for trees to get damaged and shed their tears. They actually make cuts on the trees so that they will the resin will come out, and then they can obviously manufacture or produce the frankincense then. But it's an expensive oil. It's an incredible oil, and I use it in this because not only does it help to calm you down, but they also believe that it can slow down the signs of aging. So it can actually reverse the signs of wrinkles on your face, and it can literally slow down the signs of aging. So that was one of the main reasons that I chose it for that moisturizer. And then blended with the rose geranium and the neroli, it's actually a really good anti-aging moisturizer. So rose geranium is another essential oil that's really good to use in skincare. It balances out the skin, which means if your skin produces too much oil, it will slow that down. If it doesn't produce enough, it will increase the production of oil. So it's a really good oil to use in skincare. Neroli is another one of my favorite essential oils. Neroli comes from oranges, and it has that sort of slightly citrus smell to it, but it's an incredible oil to use in skincare. It has the ability to stimulate cells to reproduce. So if you have damaged skin on your face, it can help your skin to heal and to produce healthy skin cells again. So combine that with the rose geranium, the frankincense, you have a really, really powerful anti-aging moisturizer. And apart from any of that and what it does for you, it smells amazing. One of the things that you should do for yourself, just as an aside, morning everybody else who's joined in, hi Joan. One of the things you should do when you put on your face cream in the morning, just for yourself, nothing else. But if you've got a face cream that's got really gorgeous essential oils in it, you should make the most of it. So when you put a little bit on in the morning, take a little bit. Again, a little bit goes an awful long way. So take a little bit, rub it onto your hands, put it on your face, however you do that. I remember my mother always telling me when I was younger, massage upwards, so it stops dragging your skin. So when you're putting on your face cream, you should always go upwards with it. So don't pull down, always massage up. I remember her telling me that when I was only a teenager starting to use skincare or creams on my skin. But so massage on your cream, but then you with the cream you still have on your hands, literally take a few seconds, rub it and inhale, and do that a few times. So you've got all those gorgeous essential oils in your hand. Take a deep breath and inhale it in. And if you do that with that Aging Gracefully cream especially, that frankincense will calm your brain. If you're like me, you've got 101 things in your mind first thing in the morning that you have to get done that day. It just gives you a minute to ground yourself, to slow down the mind, to just start the day in a good place, where you're calm. Okay, it'll probably go haywire within a half an hour of being up and moving and getting around, but just take that couple of minutes in the morning to inhale and just breathe in the essential oils, because these aren't fragrance oils that are in my creams. they're essential oils, and essential oils will affect your brain, affect your body. And with the likes of the neroli, the frankincense, they will help you calm down and start your day on a level basis. And often during the day as well, if you're really stressed out, really, you know, just the 101 things going on, go in and just take a little bit, rub it between your hands and just inhale. You don't have to put it on your face, but just use it to calm you down. Frankincense is amazing for that. It's a really grounding oil. It will help slow down your breathing. And if you just take a couple of minutes to yourself to just do that, you'll feel so much better for it. So that's Aging Gracefully. That is probably one of my favorite products that I use. I could not be without it at this stage. I love it. It's a great way to start the day. And it's a really good cream too. So that's that one. And then the newest addition to my face creams is one for the boys. So this is Boys to Men. It's a pot of cream, very similar in texture and very similar in the base to the Aging Gracefully. So this one has shea butter, also cocoa butter, and a little bit of almond oil. So it's like a blend of the two that have come before, but this one is for the boys. And the essential oils blend that go into this one is patchouli, cedarwood, and neroli. So again, the neroli is a really good one for any of the guys that have scarring on their faces or skin damage. Neroli will help to stimulate new cell growth. So it will help to erase the damage and get new skin cells growing again on the face. So it will help to improve the condition of the skin. And the patchouli and cedarwood are there for the scent because they're quite masculine scents, but they're also there as well for the benefit to the skin. So patchouli is an essential oil, again, one of my favorites. I love the quite musky, masculine scented oils, and patchouli would be one of my favorites. And it is a really good essential oil to use in skincare because, again, it's very good to improve the condition and the tone of the skin. And for guys especially as well, their skin tends to be thicker than ours. And it tends to probably put up with a little bit more abuse because they don't mind it as much as us women do. So it's a really good or a really good essential oil just to improve the condition of the skin and take away any ruddiness or just calm down the skin. And the cedarwood is a gorgeous oil as well, a very earthy smell as well. Works really well with the patchouli and the neroli. Just a really gorgeous blend. I've used this myself. And just the other week, I put it on in the morning and I went up to the shop to get milk. And the woman in the shop was like, "Oh my God, what's the smell? It smells amazing." I was like, "Well, that's my men's face cream that I'm wearing." But it's a gorgeous scent. So if your man does wear a cream, this is a really nice one for him to try. If he doesn't, get him a little pot of it to try out because I promise you he will love it. My dad and my brothers are all using this at the moment and they are loving it. One of my brothers spends an awful lot of time outside. He's on the beach every day, several times a day. His skin would have taken an awful lot of abuse and he's really loving this. So if your guy is out there all the time in the fresh air, maybe he works outside, maybe his skin is always dry and sore, does he suffer from beard rash? This is really good as well to put on if you have somebody who suffers from beard rash after shaving. It's also a really good balm for a beard if your man has a beard. I call it a face and beard balm because it works for both. Just a really, really moisturizing cream that smells amazing and does the job. So there are my three moisturizers. There's the beautiful Aging Gracefully, and then the one for the boys, which is the Boys to Men. I'll put the links for all of them below, and you can have a look and get a little bit more information on them. Hey Christina, yes, that is the one you ordered for your teenage boys. It's the only men's one that I do at the moment. I don't think I'll need to do another one. This is perfect. It does the job. So let me know how they get on. So yeah, I'll put the links for all of them below so you can read a little bit more information about them. If you have any questions, of course, please just send me a message. Hopefully you found the video informative. I don't know what I'm going to talk about next week. Anybody got any ideas or anything they would like me to talk about? I'd love to hear it. Just stick a note below. And hopefully everybody has a lovely day. If you get a chance, get out there. It is very cold, wrap up warm, but it's a beautiful spring morning. And make the most of it while you can because we don't know what's around the corner with our weather. But that's it from me this morning. Have a great day, everybody, and I will talk to you really soon. Bye.